Alright, let's work some more on our Lute-a-lele. I took the soundboard off, the pressed, and I sanded it down good. Basically, put it across. Make sure you're trying to get it even as you can. Traced it with a pencil. Got a rough image of the top of the instrument right there. That's going to be our top side. This is going to be our down side right here, our bottom side. So all we're going to do is cut this out, and then we'll probably put one or two bridges on it for supports. It's thick enough where I don't think it would need one, but it's better to have at least one just in case. We need to put a sound hole in it as well. So we'll cut this out next. We'll cut it out with probably Japanese. God, I love these little Japanese hand saws. Got the rough cut of it out right there. We'll clean it up on the disc sander and figure out where we're going to put the sound hole. Alright, so I shaped it out on the disc sander and got it roughly in place right there. We'll have a little piece in the back right there. We'll have to, when did it like we did the front, we'll take some of the excess we got and try to patch it up and sand it and back there and try to close that up. Or I'll just take the disc sander and sand that off and make it flat in the back there and be done with it. So I've centered it. I've find where the wooden part, the neck's going to end, moved it back a little bit and somewhat centered it right there. Getting about 16. Centered it. I think that's where we're going to drill our sound hole. Right, y'all. And get a clean cut. Get a clean cut. Sand that off. Cut it out and sand it off. I almost got a clean cut. I got that little piece right there, so I'll have to take a knife and cut that off with, or maybe use a razor blade. Clean it up. All right, took a little thin piece of poplar I had extra left over from another soundboard. Slid it with a razor a couple times, popped it in half, and this is going to be our makeshift bridges for it. And what we'll do is we'll set it in place right here, and then we'll figure out where we're going to place our bridges. We'll probably put one there and angle one this way. So I need to give ourselves room for the edges. So probably here and here. And then we'll run this in here and run it to about here. Yeah, so that'll be our bridges right there. They get complicated. I've seen people run it this way, run it that way. I've seen people run them to one's coming this way and one's coming that way. Just keep it from breaking. That's another thought too. I might crisscross them like that, one this way and one that way. Haven't made up my mind yet. Or I might just do two of them like that. Just do two of them running lengthwise like that. That might be what I'll probably end up doing, besides getting all crazy fancy with it. Because like I said, this is a little makeshift Lute-a-lele. This is supposed to be something you can make with the wood you got. The other one I had in the first video I got, but at the beginning of this video, the one I'm playing, it has a sophisticated bracing in the back. It has that one like that, and it has two going off, but they're interconnected. So you can get pretty braced. Like if you're curious about bracing, look up Guitar Build soundboard and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, this is where it starts getting tricky. So we're working with a 15 and a half fret scale. That means that the strings, the vibration length of the strings should be 15 and a half inches long. So we know that our nut has to be here, and the end of our fretboard, our nut has to be down here at 15 and a half. So we have the markings of where our bridge needs to be. So that means that the bridge needs to be about right there, and the string will go down and hit the nut, and we'll have vibration length of 15 inches. So we have to work with that now. So now we have to mark on the side of the fretboard right here. We need a mark. Put a little mark right there so we know. This is where it gets fun, because this is where it's easy to jack up your instrument, have your strings all out of whack, and I've done that many a times, many a times. So usually put a line going here. I don't want to do that because I want to do as less sanding as possible. So we know I'm just going to put a little line right here, and I know that's where my nut has to be. Not nut. That's exactly where the bridge has to be, right there. The bone part of the bridge has to be right there. But what this does tell us, it tells us where we need to glue our support. We need to glue a block right here, so when I screw these screws down, we have something to bite into besides this little thin soundboard. So I'm gonna start working on that next. So with that known, I'm going to glue a piece of walnut right there. I'm gonna glue one bridge right here and one bridge right here. I think people glue bridges, do their bridges right over the sound hole. I don't like doing that. I like doing it mine a little bit past. So that is where we're going to glue our bridges. Put a good amount of glue on the bridges because we don't want them bridges to be loose because it will buzz. It'll buzz bad. Ask me how I knew that. All right, now to put something on these and just weigh them down and let it dry. All right, moving on to the next stage. So I took a piece of thin wood that I had left over from the soundboard that's the same thickness, roughly the same thickness as that as the soundboard. And what I did is I cut it down, shaved it down, and sanded it down, and I got it pretty much the same thickness as the neck of the instrument right there. And that's going to serve two purposes. When I go glue the soundboard on, the braces are glued on, and I got the wooden hard piece for when I drill the screws in on the bridge. Now I put that on there, and when this is in place, this will hold it in place when I go to put it down. Plus, it makes everything level. And the reason that is that when I go to put the fretboard on, it'll be the same level as the soundboard, so that way it won't be no gap in it, it won't vibrate and then when I put it on. So we got that on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get a piece of spare wood and we'll clamp that down. We'll clamp that down in place. Get it lined up. Everything shifts around when you put clamps on. Get it in place, yeah, right there. Is it about neckly? Yes. How would that work right there? All right, so I got that in place. Next thing is do is I'm gonna go ahead and glue on the soundboard. Glue on there. Gotta get used to working with the camera in the way. That's, I don't know how much footage I've done and then knocked the camera off the desk and stuff like that. So I don't know how them dudes do it when they film it and they're trying to work and got the camera right in the way. Oh shit. I don't want it to leak down this. It's alright if it leaks on the inside, but not on the outside. Get it back here. I might have put too much glue. Paper towel. You can sand it down later if it leaks too bad on the inside, on the outside I mean. But you want enough glue to make sure that the puppy stays down. right, I think that's good. All right, let's get our soundboard lined up. There we go. Yeah, it's enough glue because it's shifting around on me. All right. That looks good. I got my other clamps in the freaking little leer, so I have to use my spare clamps. I think it's shifting. It is shifting crap. I might have to go to other ones. Can't never have enough freaking clamps, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to other means to clamp it down. Just on pieces of wood. Can clamp this down. This looks wonky, but it'll work. Putting a piece of wood underneath it so it doesn't have clamp marks. Make sure that it's all the way around. You gotta watch it because the soundboard will shift on you and then you'll have gaps. I knew that for a fact. It's fugly, man, but this don't work. All right, the soundboard's on. All right, we just gotta let it dry.